So today we will start with chapter 2 of PARC, which is basic concepts in health and disease. This chapter is important both from university point of view as well as NEET Next. This chapter consists of various small concepts which we have to understand, and if we understand these concepts well, then it becomes very easy for applying these to our further studies in communicable diseases, non-communicable diseases, and in various other topics. So the first, which we cannot ignore and which we have to remember, is the definition of health. WHO in 1948 has defined health as complete physical, mental and social well-being, and not merely word means only absence of disease or infirmity. Infirmity almost stands for disability. This definition, as we see, has got three dimensions which we can see in the definition: the physical, the mental and the social. Various other public health experts have added multiple dimensions, like emotional dimensions, the spiritual, the psychological, the political, environmental, nutritional. But for us, there are only three dimensions, period: physical, mental and social. Now just few examples of each dimension. Physical means whatever test we do, whatever radiological investigations we do, whatever examination we do of a human being, our patients, are physical dimensions. My height, weight, a shadow in the X-ray, my ECG, blood cholesterol, they are all physical dimensions. Mental, you remember, like me with self, or I, whatever say is, it is I with me. So remember the word self. Self-discipline, self-respect, self-introspection. These type of self words which you will find in my notes, which is now I am putting forward in Amazon, that is Kindle. So these words will do with mental health. Social health is easy to understand. It is me with others. Now, there is in the definition of health, there is a phrase used by WHO, and that phrase is well-being. Now, Peter Drucker, a very renowned management expert, has once said that what cannot be measured cannot be managed. So if we can't measure health, we cannot manage health. And to measure health, we have to measure well-being. So there comes the concept of measurement of well-being. Well-being can be measured in two broad headings. One is subjective and second is objective. Subjective, wherever subjective word is used in public health, means it is the person, the patient or me, himself, herself talking about his feeling, his health. So subjective means I tell whether I am mentally healthy or physically healthy, or in a scale how many marks I give today to my physical health. I give 8 by 10 marks. So that is my subjective. While the objective can be measured by others. Objective measurements for us undergraduate level are 4. The first is standard of living, which has been given by WHO and which consists of various indicators like nutrition, like housing, and one of these indicators is health. So only two things we have to remember, that firstly the standard of health has been given by WHO, and one of the factors which it includes is health. The second is level of living, which has been given by United Nations. It also includes 9 parameters, one of which is health. And the difference between the two is that the UN one, that is the level of living, includes human rights, which is not included in standard of living. The next one, which is slightly more important for us and has been often asked in NEET, is the physical quality of life index. Here I will like to clarify the difference between indicator and index. An indicator measures one parameter. Height is an indicator, weight is an indicator. But when we combine the two, we make body mass index. So index consists of at least 2, but it can be more than 2 indicators combined together. So PQLI, that is physical quality of life index, includes 3 parameters. The one is infant mortality rate. The second is expectancy of life at age 1. And third is knowledge or education or literacy, whatever you may say. Don't worry too much about the word exactly used. It is knowledge or literacy or education. This indicator combines the 3, uses arithmetic mean, and its value ranges from 0 to 100. The question very often asked in NEET is that this indicator does not include financial aspect. It does not include GDP or per capita income. So a country may be very poor economically, but its PQLI may be higher than a country which has a economically better. The next one is Human Development Index, which is slightly important from theory point of view. It is very nicely and in detail given by N. Park, but we will just understand the concept. It also includes 3 parameters. The first is expectation of life at birth. The second is education literacy, which has been further divided into 2, but don't worry too much about that. Just remember it is education or literacy or knowledge. And third one is per capita income. So it will combine the 3 and calculate HDI. Now HDI calculation is a unique method. Now I will give you an example which will make you very easy to understand. Let us say there has been a test of physiology in the department. You have scored 60 marks. The topper, the best student, has scored 90 marks. And the worst marks scored by some student are 10. So we have got 3 marks, 90, 60 and 10. My marks are 60. So how this indicator for each parameter, it will calculate my marks, that is 60, minus the minimum marks, that are 10. So 60 minus 10 is the numerator, maximum marks, which are 90, minus minimum marks, which are 10. So 90 minus 10 will be the denominator. So 50 by 80 will be the value of my marks. So this way it will calculate value for all 3 indicators. Take a geometric mean and find a value of HDI for that country. If we appreciate the differences between PQLI and HDI, we can manage our university examination as well as NEET well. The first indicator is PQLI does not include income, HDI does. PQLI from 0 to 100, this from 0 to 1. PQLI is a arithmetic mean, while this is a geometric mean. So today we will stop here, and in next talk we will discuss further of the basic concepts in health. Thank you.